How's it going, everyone? How's it going? Coming to y'all live from Scorched Earth. But, of course, I'll try to view it. Yes, I'll try to view it from as far away as I possibly can. Still within the burn radius. Still a lot of glowing cinders and embers, ambers, amber alerts, however way you want to call that. Yes, indeed. Well, another Black Knight's perspective on this matter. Of course, with the title of this live stream, I want y'all to really think about what I have to say in this time. And in these times that we're living in. In these times that we're living in, there's going to be a lot of those like myself that are rising from the ashes of the scorched earth. And we find a way to live a certain way for the rest of our lives. It's not to say we're bitter. It's not to say we're scornful. Have we been scorned? Yes. Have we even been scorched? Yes. There are not only scars, but burn marks to show for it. So there are those, as you see on the thumbnail, who have been locked up before. Doesn't matter the skin color. Let's remain unbiased. But with that said, you get a bright burning within the eyes. You start to glow. Everything that try to break you actually is the same things that make you better. In some cases, in order to one has to break you better in order to make you better. This can be so with certain bone surgeries, like even those that want to make themselves a little taller. They literally have to break your femur bones in order for that to happen. But this is also true for those who dislocate their joints. They have to pop it out of socket, then put it back in socket. And literally, sometimes bones are broken for reconstructive surgeries. Sometimes your bones were broken requiring reconstructive surgeries. Now, sometimes the repairs never get you back to the way you were before you broke your bones. In some cases, some of the repairs actually make you better and look better. It just depends on the way the operations and the surgeries go. But in life, same way. The things that you think are trying to break you actually will make you better. And that's based on who you are, the way your life is made, the way you were destined, the way you are going to go about in this life. That is what's occurring before your very eyes. And that's why you see the flames coming out of your eyes now. A part of it was the flames that consumed you, the scorched earth that consumed you, but you got out of that. You was built to go through it. That's why you never died in it. Get it? You never died in it because you were built for it. You were built to go through it. But there's always going to be this reminder to you now of what you need to do going forward. So every now and then, you'll get these flames coming out of your eyes based on certain things you go through in life, reminding you, continue on. So I see, in essence, for a particular individual, flames come out of your eyes often, if not every day. Maybe you're just like the X-Men Cyclops, flames, lasers coming out of your eyes every time, and you have to cover your eyes to protect those around you and even those that are against you. But all that to really say, for those going through a lot right now, just know that the days are only getting better. Keep looking ahead and keep forging away, forging your suit. Stay in prayer, stay in meditation, get more into the scriptures, because I am a Bible believing type of individual. So for those who do not think or believe that, I'm not talking about you, but for someone that does believe in the word and that helps you with your faith and motivation, this live stream is especially for you. Just keep moving along and moving ahead. That's the best way I can say it, because in this life it can be very difficult to think that um, the power is in you, because we want to always rely on others to give us that power. But in scorched earth, there ain't gonna be many people around you, and what you'll find out is that most people around you are trying to set you on fire anyway. But like I said, don't worry. You're made to go through that stuff. Your suit, your skin, your heart, mind, soul, and body is fire retardant, fire resistant. Will you have some scars on you? Sure. Some cuts? Sure. But it actually won't be painful, as painful as you think it is. The only reason why it feels painful because you keep thinking it is. But it's really not that painful once you get past how you feel about it and what you think about it. You'll be pretty much like Logan, Wolverine. It won't affect you going forward. It won't affect you as much, if at all. You just have to not think about it when these things do happen, when people try to cut you and break your heart, leave you, things like that. Like, you just don't think about it much as time goes on. If people are for you, they'll never be against you. So you don't worry about the people that aren't for you. The people that leave, they were never for you. They were always against you. No matter how they try to put it, no matter what story they try to tell to justify their their kindness, no, it was fake. It was all fake. Fake kindness. People do this every day just to get by, and just to get by with other people. People don't mean you well. They might do well, but that don't mean that they mean you well. People say that they are with you, but that doesn't mean that they mean it. People don't mean what they say what they mean most of the time. Someone you think will always be with you or will always love you don't necessarily mean it. Only time will tell. That's one thing about scorched earth. Only time will tell with a lot of things. That's something to tell a lot of people out here, right? Because if you think about it, if you really think about it, there's not much time for small talk. Yet at the same time, only time will tell how small their talk really is, how small their talk really was. So you don't take a lot of people seriously out here, especially in these times. You literally go off the things they do. And if they happen to hold up for a lifetime doing these things, cool. Still doesn't mean they necessarily love you. Still doesn't mean they necessarily mean it. All they can do is continue to show it to where at least it has some type of meaning. So that's also important in these times, especially for one to realize as you're rising from the ashes. Add more meaning to your life so that anybody else that come excuse me, add more meaning to your life so that anybody that comes around you has to match that meaning that you've added to your life. And if they can't match that, so be it. This is especially true for the feminine. Ladies, I'm sorry you might not want to hear this, but I'm not sorry because I have to say this. You have to match a man's meaning. You have to literally be meaningful towards what he already means about his life and his means. that he lives off of, literally. Uh, Not by any means necessary, like in a bad way, but you have to be meaningful towards him because of what everything already means to him. And if you can't match that, you might as well scratch that. But don't let time go by, wasted time go by, trying to actually bring that to his attention. Only time will tell, though. So a certain guy is going to always be like, well, we'll see. You say you're going to be there for me. You say you're going to not leave me. You say you're going to stick it out with me. We'll see. And don't count down the days of how you've been around. I'm all about how you make the days count. I don't care how long you've been around. I understand that many times, many days can go by, and there's always going to be that one day where you might leave me. So I don't care about the days that you stuck around. I care about the days that have been meaningful as to why you still stick around. That's what we have to realize. Yeah, that's what we have to realize because there's a lot of fakeness out here. And so you see with the sword, fellas, on the screen, you got to slay some of these demons. Some of these gals are just walking around here and they're not real women, they're just demons. And I'm not talking about literally speaking that you have to use a sword. I'm just saying in a spiritual sense, you have to slay demons. You have to resist the devil in that way. You have to know when the gal's not meaning what she says to you. If she's not being there with you like she says she always will be, that's a demon. If she leaves you, she's just basically leaving, but thankfully she's taking that demon with her, you know? So you have to remember that, fellas. But ladies, I ain't forgot about y'all. So for you ladies that are phoenixes in your own way, well, you deserve a black knight. And I highly encourage you to stop talking to a lot of guys out here, unless he is a black knight type of a guy. Stop talking to guys having regular conversations, whether it's about finances, how you two are going to secure the bag together, how we're going to be secure with each other as time goes on. Do we have insurance on each other if something happens? Don't talk about that stuff, ladies. If you want a black knight type of guy, you need to be talking about how much love you want a man to have for you next time versus the love that you didn't have from a certain guy that probably provided everything you could want, especially in regards to finances, but he never loved you. Some gals realize that, and I'm thankful to the gals that realize money don't really mean a thing if he doesn't, if you don't mean anything to him. Money don't mean a thing if you don't mean anything to him. Some gals figure that out. Okay. So you want to get around a man that knows that you mean something to him. And it didn't take money for him to show you that, whether your money or his money, but mainly his money, because that's what it's all about nowadays. You know, a lot of gals would not dare to invest in a man most of the time. And I think that's sad. That's another side note, though. But yeah, I mean, ladies, you got to stop being around regular guys. Quit trying to be around a guy that's regular. I'm not trying to say this guy has to be different, but there has to be something different about him that you don't get from regular guys. Even if this guy is the type that doesn't want to do the things with you that you told him other guys have done with you, and be willing to live with that if that's what it means, if that's what it takes. Because on the flip side, he's showing you love that you never had before, right? So, ladies, you've been through a lot. You've been through whatever you've been through in life, as far as not being recognized as a woman, not being seen as someone that can be appreciated by a man, uh, just having some type of sanity. Some of y'all didn't have a family. Some of y'all had family, but there was calamity. You felt like it was all vanity. Nobody really loved each other. It was just more or less this it was like a status symbol because, yeah, most of us don't have family like that. Most of us didn't grow up around family like that. So for the people that did, to them, that's like their flex. Yeah, I had a family. I had it all. We had it made. And that's why my credit's so good. That ain't going to matter in Scorched Earth. All that's going to matter is love. Love supersedes family because you ain't going to always get that love from your family like that. But in essence, you'll find the best love amongst strangers that you call your actual family eventually. Okay. You'll start to get away from your blood family because they really they don't care about your blood like that. That bloodlines, you know, it's more like a blurred line nowadays. So yeah, ladies, rise from the ash that way. Rise from the abuse that you've been through, the incarcerations, the setbacks in life, a lot of things, and start wanting to learn what a real woman is like out there. Um, I'm not here to tell you how to do that. That's not what this channel is about. But it is about you wanting to make sure that in this particular topic here, that you're not going to accept nothing less than love. And it cannot, I repeat, it cannot be based on things that are superficial and finite and materialistic. That is not love. Money has nothing to do with love nor the love language. It has to be based on love solely. By the way, the love of money is the root to all evil. And see the word love in there. You're not supposed to love money and have a love of money like that. There's not supposed to be a love language associated with money. Money was put here. We weren't born this way. We weren't born to be so attached to money. Actually, they have attached even giving birth to a child with money. I forgot how much it actually costs for a mother to give birth to their child. I'll have to look it up. Actually, I prefer to also say go through with the birth, not give birth, but going through with the birth. I say that instead. Um, but yeah, rising through the ashes, especially for the guys nowadays. Getting back to the guys. So hopefully I covered enough for the gals, but to the guys, there's that one guy out there that has seen a lot in his day and he's just waiting for the right day. Unfortunately, it took scorched earth for that to take place. But I say this to you, young man or sir, the older guy. You never had a chance to be around the blooming plants and the blossoming trees and even the colorful fallen leaves. You never had a chance to do that. And now it's unfortunate you see scorched earth around you. But I must say this to you. You have the seeds to plant those new trees now that everything is burning away. And you shall see the harvest of what you've reaped in your lifetime. I say this out of love. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Signing off.